What is your staple Chinese order?
Shredded chicken chow mein, special fried rice, sweet and sour chicken balls, sweet and sour prawn balls, sweet and sour chicken Hong Kong style, shredded chili beef, beef and black bean, barbecue pork spare ribs, roast chicken Chinese style, roast duck Chinese style, salt and chili king prawns, kung po prawns, chips, raw crackers, curry sauce, and a pancake roll, and mini pancake rolls for Charlotte, because she likes them.
Hi, and welcome back to Overherd on Social by The Go Agency, the podcast that brings you a mix of social media tips, influencer marketing news, and pop culture with interesting chats with interesting people. Today, we have a very special guest as part of our Creator Chat series.
I'm looking for them. Where are they?
We have the guest, John Fisher, aka Big John, content creator, maker of Bosh TV.
England's spiritual leader, apparently.
England's spiritual leader,
That's a new one.
and the patron saint of Chinese food.
Chicken balls.
Yeah. So we'll introduce you properly in a second. But Matt, you always kick us off with a bit of an interesting fact.
I do, and I know you love Chinese takeaway.
Matt's scaring me with these facts, I think. I'm wondering what he's going to come out with.
Well, this is
Thank you for having me on, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Chinese food, right?
Yes.
China's a diverse place, and there's a lot of local dishes and a lot of weird foods in China. I thought, have you heard of this dish, which is worms suspended in tasteless jello?
No.
Oh.
Would you try that?
Probably not with the word worm in it, no.
Okay.
Am I going down the wrong path, or has it got worms in it?
I think it is generally,
It is a worm
Yeah.
in
I'll
jello.
leave that to whatever part of China they eat that in. I'll leave that to them to eat. So
Yeah.
no worries of me eating the worms.
Yeah. Well, today we basically want to get a bit of an insight into like the man behind Big John, behind Bosh.
Yeah.
So to start off with, could you just introduce who you are?
Well, I'm John Fisher, as you said. Father of 4, married to my wife Charlotte, 30 years next year. Just a normal family man. I say normal, what's normal, no one knows. But just a hard-working family man. Just tried to provide a roof over our head, food on the table. And the last few years, I've hit a few followers on social media. So
Few followers, like 1 million or something overall?
I'm doing
I
a
think?
few different things now.
Yeah.
So, but I'm still the same person, and I will never change from that person, no matter what or where this journey takes me.
You don't like being called an influencer, right?
Hate it.
Okay.
why?
What should we call you?
Just Big John.
Big John, but
Yeah.
so what is it about that term that you don't like?
I just think, who am I to influence all these other influencers? Who are they influencing? We all do this, or we do this because you earn a living out of it.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, people earn a living doing this. Some a lot bigger than others. Some do it for good reasons, some for not so good reasons. But me, people can call themselves influencers, that's down to them. I'm not an influencer. I don't want to influence anybody. If people want to watch me or follow me, fair enough. But I'm not here to tell people how to live their life or what to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that. So just to go back to the beginning, could you tell us a bit about where you grew up?
Yeah.
What was your childhood like?
We're from the East End of London, Stepney Green. My family moved out to Harold Hill when I was about 3. Then we moved to Romford, where we've been ever since, Gidea Park area of Romford. Had a happy childhood, got 3 older sisters. We never had an elaborate upbringing, but we never went without. My mum and dad always provided as best they could for us. It's just a normal sort of uneventful upbringing,
Yeah.
but just full of hard work and love.
Yeah. And a lot of your content is kind of food related. You know, you've become really synonymous with the Chinese takeaway, especially,
How can
and
you
your
tell?
kind of love for it. Who was kind of cooking in your house, and like what were you growing up eating?
My dad went out to work. My mum was a traditional mum growing up, as was the case back in that day. It was more so the case. So we had like home cooked meals, roast dinners, shepherd's pie, sausage mash and onions, traditional sort of working class English food.
Yeah.
Hearty food.
Yeah, hearty food. And I was always fit as a young man. Up until like 10 years ago, I was probably still fit. So we led a very healthy sort of lifestyle. But at the weekend, we'd always have a treat, whether it be Chinese, fish and chips, or either a Friday or Saturday night. And that's where I get my love of the Chinese from. It's like a family coming together.
One
No,
of my biggest like food memories as a child is the first time I ever ate crispy duck pancakes.
Yeah.
And it was at my aunt's house. And I can't remember how old I was, but I definitely wasn't that old. And I remember vividly having like a crispy duck pancake for the first time and being like, oh my God, what is this?
It
This is
taste-
the most
taste
amazing
sensation.
thing. Yeah. I'd like
I
never
have that
tasted anything
feeling.
like it.
I can remember. I can't remember my first time I had duck, which is surprising. I can have exactly the same the first time I've had a Big Mac.
Yeah.
Really?
You know, when you're like a young boy, you got a Big Mac and you taste that tanginess of the sauce.
Yeah.
I can remember it now. I was in my front room back in my old mum and dad's house, and I can remember it. So I know where you're coming from.
Do you dine for free across the UK?
It all depends. I like to pay because I don't think listen, if I go anywhere, like I've just been to a little Italian sandwich bar, you pay your way.
Yeah.
If people know you, they'll sometimes say, oh, that's all right, John, because they know you promote the business. But if they don't charge me, I'll give the equivalent in a tip because I don't think it's right to get things for free.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. And they're just a small business. They're working hard. So if someone gives me something for free, I'll give the equivalent in a tip.
Yeah.
I always do.
Yeah.
And I always will do.
That's really
So just staying on the topic of food, because this is actually my question that I ask loads of people. I once did a speed dating once, and this was my like go-to first question. What would be your desert island meal? So like 3 courses, starter, main, dessert. You're going away to a desert island for a year. What would
you got to eat that every day?
No. As in like kind of your last meal, but it's a bit dark
Before
to say your last
you
meal.
go off and you're not going to die.
Yeah,
It's
but
your
you're
last-
going away for a year where all you're going to eat is
luxury meal.
cereal. What would
Quite
be
simple.
your...
Like I love calamari, but I would go prawn cocktail.
Yes.
Old school prawn cocktail, prawn
Love a
Mary
prawn
rose sauce,
cocktail.
brown bread with a crisp iceberg lettuce. And then I love Chinese, but you're talking about a proper meal here, sitting down. I'd go for a nice juicy steak with sauteed potatoes, some veg, onions, mushroom, onion rings. And then for dessert,
A sauce? Peppercorn, béarnaise?
peppercorn, but not over the steak, over the potatoes. I think
Yeah.
the steak's good enough on its own.
Yeah.
If it's cooked right and it's a good cut. And then dessert, I like a creme brulee or a Knickerbocker Glory. So sometimes both.
And a drink? Would you have a
I'd have,
wine, beer?
with that, you probably have a wine, but a good nice glass of bitter. I like a bitter or an IPA,
Yeah.
a Doom Bar, something like that.
Delightful.
That
Yeah.
sounds good, to be fair. Okay, so yeah, you've always kind of enjoyed food. Like, do you cook much at home? Do you do much with the family?
I don't cook. I used to when the kids were a bit younger. If Charlotte was at work, I'd put dinner on and things like that. But I'm not a good cook. I'm a good eater, not
Yeah.
a good cook. I can make a bacon sandwich. That's about it. But Johnny, our eldest son, is a very, very good cook. And when he comes round and does dinners, you know you're going to eat
Yeah.
very,
What
very
type of
well.
stuff does he cook?
He cooks anything. He loves cooking good steaks,
Yeah.
good bits of meat. He knows how to season the meat and do the meat properly.
A good marinade
Curries.
really
He makes a good
difference.
vegetable curry as well. Because he enjoys food like me. Because Johnny's a boxer, he doesn't drink, so his vice is food.
Yeah.
So and he knows what's good food as well. He'll cook you a nice healthy dinner, and you'll enjoy it as much as a takeaway.
Heavyweight?
Yeah, he's heavyweight. Yeah.
So he's got
yeah.
to get those
He's got to
calories
eat. He's
as well.
got to eat. Yeah. So he's forever. That's what's put my weight on because when he lived at home, he's got his own house now. He'd come back from training 9-10 o'clock and start cooking steaks and start cooking chicken. And I was sitting there, oh God, then I've had my dinner, but I'll have another one. So I'm not blaming anyone, but it doesn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how did you meet your wife, Charlotte, as well?
In Hollywood's nightclub. Hollywood's an iconic nightclub back in Romford. Been in a few films. Funny enough, I used to box. So I used to, after Thursday night training, I used to do like a Thursday night in Hollywood's. And I never drunk then. I never drunk till I was 25. And we see each other a few times in Romford, like walking past. And then we met this one night at Hollywood's. Sometimes I wish I never went. Only joking. 40 years later, we're still together.
Can I ask you, because excitingly, this guy has just recently got married. I'm getting married next year.
Oh.
What advice would you give?
Yeah.
Not to each other.
I'm like a
I mean,
month-
just
a
to
month
clarify.
fresh.
But what
So you've
advice
just got
would you
married?
give?
Yes.
So you're still in the honeymoon stage?
Yes.
Yeah, listen, I just think I'm not a marriage guru, but I've been married for a long while. I think once you make that commitment to each other, you've got to see it through. You're going to have ups, you're going to have downs. And I look back on my life with my wife, and I've got nothing but pride with what we've been through. You've been through some hardships, money-wise. I'm talking money-wise. You've been through ups and downs with your kids. It's like life. Always be there for each other and just understanding. And never go to bed on an argument.
I've heard that one.
Always
I
try
like
and
that
make up.
one.
Like we've
Yeah.
had terrible rows, trust me. Like nothing but terrible. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. But you don't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're just trying to. It's your love coming out in a different way, and sometimes you can't help it. When you live with someone, you're gonna rub off the wrong way. We all get fed up with people,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, you're there for each other through thick and through thin, And I wouldn't change a single part of my life with my wife, you know, and we still love each other very much, even this day.
So
even though
sweet.
we still have rows, and I'll get on her nerves, she'll get on my nerves.
But I think it's unhealthy not to row. You know, you get those couples sometimes that are
You've
like,
got to
we've
row.
never argued.
You've got to row. But the thing with me and Charlotte, we're good friends as well. So you're friends as well as man and wife, if you know what I mean. So we enjoy the same things, we do the same things. But when you have children, that brings you closer together. Because me growing up, you don't know what goes on in life, but your kids pull you together.
Yeah.
Because you've always got something that you both love more than each other.
Yeah.
There.
Really? Do you always love them more than each other?
Yeah, you love your children.
in a different way, right?
You love your children more than you love your husband or wife. You've got to.
Yeah.
It's your child.
Yeah.
All right, you know, don't get me wrong. That it's very close, it's very minimal, but your child is your child.
Yeah,
Once
like
you become a parent, nothing else matters. Nothing.
You should write a book on this.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but I'm talking from my experience.
Big John's big advice.
Well, it's just be there for each other, be understanding. Not everything's going to go the way you want it to go,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you've both got to give and take.
What does she think about like your career right now?
I've got a lot of things in the pipeline at the moment, and I was on the phone to someone who like helps organise some work, and I said, "Oh yeah, it's for a charity day for a paddle for Haven House," and I'm doing it, and they said to me, "Oh, do you know any other celebrities or influencers?" And I just said that on the phone. I weren't saying I was a celebrity because I went, "I'm not saying I'm a celebrity, Dan." And Charlotte round the corner went, "No, you're bloody not." So you know they
Keeps you grounded.
Yeah, oh yeah, so do my kids. You know, if I ever say something that don't sound right, they go, "Oh my God, what are you talking like?"
So I suppose,
know?
because a lot of people would meet the success that you've had and change. Like that happens in the industry,
I've seen
right?
it with people I know. I won't mention any names. You see it with people that have probably had half the, I won't say success or half the following that I've got, but it goes to people's heads. And I've done many appearances at nightclubs, like uni nightclub events, with so-called TikTokers, YouTubers, and they love themselves.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, why are you loving yourself? You know, and 6 months later, no one's heard of them. Just enjoy the ride, enjoy what it's there for. You're earning a living doing something different. It doesn't mean you're a superstar. Do you know what I
You're
mean?
not Beyonce.
No, but you're not. Like, to me, the real people in the world that deserve adulation are like singers, actors, sports stars. You know, I'm not talking about your doctors and that. I'm talking about celebrities, what we call them.
Yeah.
Because they've got talent. What we do is not a talent. Do you know what I mean?
No, I disagree with that because I think that as a social media agency, we do a lot of this kind of stuff
Yeah.
where we film people, we do content, whether it's video or podcast or whatever.
Yeah, it's not easy
Yeah,
doing
a lot-
content. It's
there
not
are-
easy. I'll give them that. But
there are
of
some
them,
people who are better. They just
Yeah.
naturally are better on
Yeah.
camera or in.
But what I'm
you
saying
know?
is we're in a fortunate, I'm going to class myself in what you say there, like in the social media world. If you earn a living doing this, you're quite fortunate. And you've got to appreciate that you're fortunate that people like watching you.
Yeah.
But you've got to be able to do it. I agree with you because it's not easy. Like a lot of the stuff I do, people wouldn't be able to do. You know, when you've got to meet people, you've got to constantly talk. It's not easy. Not everyone could do it. But just keep your feet on the ground. Keep humble.
What do you think it would take to make you not humble? Like, imagine Big John has like an ego crazed manic attack. Like, what level do you need to reach for that to happen?
It would never happen.
Oh,
It would never happen. I'm quite boring, really.
Charlotte won't let it happen either.
I wouldn't let it happen because at the end of the day, I went to the Brits, right? I did
I saw.
a live thing with Jack Wyatt. Jack's a good bloke. And I was invited to the after party. Everyone at the Brits, oh yeah, we're going to after party. I got in a cab, went home because there was a Chinese waiting for me at home. I'm not interested. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me. I've done what I had to do and it was very enjoyable, great experience. And for me, I just see them as life experiences. Like being with Piers Morgan, being on BBC Newsnight. If I only ever do it once, it's
You've done
amazing.
it.
I've done it. It's
Yeah.
safe to talk about. Like, I never ever thought
Yeah.
you'd have the chance to do that.
Yeah. So going back, like, how did it all start?
It was a slow burner. My son Henry used to put me on TikTok without me knowing, eating, slowing down my eating, ordering Chinese. I didn't have a clue. And people used to come up to me in the street. I never went on TikTok myself. And they said, "Oh, you're Big John." I'm thinking, who's Big John? Because I was always Little John. When my dad was alive, he was Big John. I said, "Who's Big John?" They said, "You are." And then so then I said, "Henry, what you been doing?" And he told me, and he was earning a bit of money off the thing. So
oh my God.
fair play to him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's, you know,
But you should be getting a cut
Grifter.
of that.
yeah, but I'm not. Listen, when you get sons and daughters, you know you're not interested. If they're earning, they're earning. Good luck to them. And then one video, I spoke about this the other day, one video just went viral. I went, who wants an effing Chinese? After we'd had bad news, money-wise, for the business. And from that video, which was a bad day, money-wise, I got nightclub appearances. I had 3. Fred Goodall rang me up. I didn't believe who he was. He said, I want you to do nightclub appearances at uni student events. I said, you're right, mate. I put the phone down on him. He kept on. So I did these first 3. It was in like within a week, and they was absolutely crazy. Like I was supposed to be there for an hour. I was there 3-4 hours each one because there were so many people.
And what were you doing at
Just meet and greets. Hello, having photos, just getting on the Bosh. Who wants this? Who wants that? And from there, it's been a bit of a slow burner.
Yeah.
You know, whatever content you put out, you get some go big, some don't. But I put my content out for me, for no one else. It's like a photo album for me, really, so I can look back on and see where I've been, what I've been doing. And then you get asked to do certain bits, certain bobs. And the last year or so, 18 months, it's just took off.
Yeah.
Do you find it a bit weird that? Do you understand why people are interested and you have the following you have?
I find it, I do and I don't. It's still surreal when people want photos with you, but you do get used to that side of it. Because I go wherever I go in the world, and sometimes the further away you go in the world, the bigger it is. I was in Los Angeles a couple of weeks ago, and we did a meet and greet in a pub in Santa Monica, and we was there for 4 hours, constant queue. Same in New York, just mental.
Wow.
You know, and it weren't English people, it's Americans.
Yeah.
Some English, some Scottish, Welsh, but mainly Americans. And yeah, I do find it a bit weird, but I can see why people, because there's not many people like me in mainstream television anymore. You know, a big fat bloke that just says it how it is in a respectful way.
Yeah.
You know,
but I think that's why people love you.
I pride myself as well on one thing. I grew up supporting Rangers Football Club because of Terry Butcher, all the English players that were there. But I can have a photo with Rangers fans on this arm and Celtic fans on that arm. And I think that's great because them two clubs traditionally hate each other. But me in the middle, common ground, bringing people together. I love bringing people together. I hate division. I hate when people are hateful towards each other. So if I can bring anyone together in a little way like that, then you're doing something all right.
Yeah.
You know, but again, at the end of the day, you're earning a living doing this. You're not earning a big living. You're earning a living. And it's a very fun way of earning a living, seeing the world, seeing people. It's great.
Yeah.
You can't knock it.
I mean, there is a future for you in politics, I think.
I had this question today. I was interviewed by GQ magazine.
Oh my God.
And they said about me going into politics, and I'm the furthest thing from a politician.
But maybe that's why we need you.
Yeah, but listen, I'm not here to tell people who to vote for or what to vote for. Just
bringing joy. Because I think your content, that's what I love. And when I know we're obviously at Go, I think we've worked with you on some campaigns as well, like with our clients. And I know that everyone just like loves the content. I think one you did recently.
Just a bit of fun.
Exactly,
in a doom and gloom world, you can watch a bit of my videos and hopefully it cheers people up a little bit. It's just brings a bit of joy.
It's joy, it's connection. It's also it's relatable, but it's also, I think that food thing, like we said, is that it's a memory. Everyone remembers getting their Chinese with their family. And
crosses all boundaries.
Exactly.
Age, race, religion. Everyone likes food, whatever it may be. So that's why I think I do bring people together, because it's food related mainly.
I think we've gone way too far without mentioning your catchphrase, which is synonymous with you.
Yep.
Can you tell us about it? What is it? How does it come about? Does it have a deeper meaning? Or
Not really. I never used to say it. And I said it once in one video a few years back.
Which is what?
And I just went, Bosh. And I didn't think nothing of it, right? Because a lot of people say it, like Ginger Cabby, he used to say it years ago. Alan Pace used to watch them on the telly. And I didn't think nothing more of it. And then I did a few videos and every comment, why are you not saying Bosh? Why are you not saying Bosh? We love the way you say Bosh. So I started saying it through popular demand, really. And then I brought in the different country Boshes. And that's just when it took off. That's when, like, you bring your French people in, your German people, your Italian people. So they feel part of something.
Yeah.
And I always remember the French Bosh, Le Bosh. We was in the middle of France going on a family holiday to the south of France. And it was when I was still working on the cheese, so still working very, very hard.
On the what?
Cheese, my cheese business. Got a cheese business.
Oh, quite literally.
Yes.
That space then, your reaction was very fun. On the what?
On the what? And I was in the pool for the one night stop off on the way down. Lovely place. Left 49 in Domblanc. Very remote part of France. Not even a lot of French people know it. And we'd been going there a few years on the way down. And I remember someone just put a camera to my face. I was in the pool. We knew the next day was driving to the south of France. And I just went, Le Bosh. And they posted it and it had millions of views. But it always takes me back, like you said with the food. The Bosh takes me back to that happy place.
Moment, yeah.
Because you're with your family. You know, you've got a week's holiday coming up. You know, when you're just in a happy place.
Yeah, definitely.
So Le Bosh will always be my favourite for that reason.
Just a complete side note, but because I'm interested about the cheese. I'm a big cheese lover. What are the top 3 cheeses?
What, for me?
Yeah.
I don't think you can beat an extra mature cheddar or vintage, whatever way you want to see it, with the salt coming out, crumbling. I do like a brie.
Yeah.
I don't mind a brie. And a bit of Stilton.
Yeah.
Those are
up there for me too, I would say.
You can't beat a nice cheese board after Christmas dinner with a port when you're already full to the rim.
Yeah.
But you make space for that.
There's always a little pocket of space for cheese.
Cheese and cracker with a grape.
Oh, my God.
We've got to do it.
Yeah.
Did you, you know, there was a space obviously that opened up on MasterChef with Greg Wallace going. I feel like the BBC missed a trick.
Yeah, it's just been announced.
But do you want to go to that next level and be on the telly and be in everyone's?
Yeah.
It's a big, you know, when you're a normal bloke like me who's not, I haven't chased any of this. As I said to you, I'm not, you know, and if it all ended tomorrow, it ends tomorrow. But do you want your life on that next level?
I think that opens you up to a whole new field
and then your
of criticism.
whole life gets scrutinised and your whole family
But
gets
what if this
scrutinised.
train is already going there? What if the opportunities that you get only get bigger? Is there a point that you turn around and say, you already did the BAFTAs.
Yeah. If the BBC
the
turn
Brits.
around,
The
the
Brits.
Brits. If the
Come on, let's get it
BBC,
right.
I mean, I reckon next year the BAFTAs. That's
I
the
don't know
way
about that.
it's
Listen,
going.
I've already turned down things because you're not.
What did you turn down?
Well, you know, you turn down certain television opportunities, not big ones, but certain YouTube things, because there's only so much you can do. And I've still got a family at home, and you still, I mean, tomorrow I've got the BGC Charity Day, which is great. We did that last year. A lot of massive celebrities are there, and then there's me, you know, but we give a lot of energy when we're there. I'm going to Las Vegas tomorrow because we still got my son who's the boxer.
Yeah.
So you're still not involved professionally with that, but obviously you're there as a dad. So you still got to have time to support him when he's
fighting
training.
in Vegas?
He's just coming with me. We've both working for Netflix to cover the Canelo Crawford fight.
Oh, amazing.
So we're doing a bit of stuff over there. But we've got a lot of friends in Vegas because a hotel sponsors him that's in Vegas. So we was just there last week.
Yeah.
So
You live quite some life.
You really do.
Well, when I was in Vegas,
it's crazy.
we was in Los Angeles. I was working one night in Los Angeles, went to Vegas to meet Johnny's sponsor. Supposed to be there for 8 nights. I had to fly home to Ibiza, leave my wife and daughter there with one of my other sons, because I had to go and surprise a Saudi Arabian billionaire in Ibiza for his birthday party. One night, and then I flew back the next day to Vegas for 2 nights, then flew back again with my wife and daughter.
Wait, so a Saudi Arabian billionaire,
his girlfriend said he's a massive
is a
fan
fan.
of you. Can you come to his party in Ibiza in a private villa? I've
Yeah.
never seen anything like it. And I said, well, yeah, of course I can. I said, but I'm on a family holiday. And we negotiated a fee, and it was worth doing.
and what did you just show up and just go?
Just showed up and he
What's
hugged me.
Bosh
nearly,
in Saudi Arabia?
He was just nearly started. We haven't got one yet.
Yeah.
We've got to think of one. He nearly started crying when he saw me and would not stop hugging me.
Oh.
We become friends. He's a nice bloke. I was just in Gozo 2 days ago. An events organiser asked me to go to his birthday. He's taken me and my wife over to Gozo to his birthday party. But we become really good friends with these people, really nice people. So they're going to come to London. We're going to take them for Chinese.
It seems like you make a lot of friends everywhere you go.
I'm a people person.
Yeah. Do you think that's part of your success as well, that like people want to keep booking you for things because you're good to work with?
I think I am easy to work with. I'm never any trouble. Like even when you do events, I go, what's your rider? What's this? I said, what's a rider? You know, because they said, oh, people ask for this, that. I'm a glass of water and I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm easy to work with because I'm old school like that, because I know how hard work is. Doing this is not work, if you know what I mean.
Have you not met people in the industry though that are like out to exploit you or out to?
Yeah,
you know...
listen, I'm too old in the tooth. I'm not. You only be exploited if you're there to be exploited, if you know what I mean. If you're chasing everything, I'm not chasing anything. It's just happening the way it's happening, and I'm happy with that. And I'm getting to meet a lot of good people like yourselves, and along the way I make friends. So it won't be as if this will be it after today. We'll stay in touch. Do you know what I mean? So then, you know, you might meet again in a year's time or 2 years' time. It doesn't matter. We've we've become associates or friends.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe you can come to my wedding in China next year.
Yeah, well, if you want all the food eaten. Are you getting married in China? I thought you said you'd been married.
So
you know what, Big John?
they did their London
So you've done the
wedding
London one.
this year. Oh God, what are you doing?
He's getting his photos out.
I have no idea what's in this bag right now. Matt's just pulling something. Oh,
Ooh, look at
If
this.
the conversation goes well, here's an
wait,
invitation.
I need to
Here's an
take a
invitation
photo
to
of
China.
this.
You look at that. Look, Big John on it.
Can you guys pose
Already?
with that?
Have you got us both in?
Yeah, got
This
it.
is what the Chinese do for like their. If you're free next February, please come to China.
Is this, can I just say,
Look at
me
that.
and Molly, who work with
That is
Matt,
unbelievable.
we
Look at
haven't
that.
received an invite to the wedding, and
Well,
this
you're
guy
getting
has.
married on the same day.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, I've got a friend who goes to China a lot. So are you getting married on the same day?
Yeah, weirdly, same.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm getting married in the UK.
She hasn't given an
um,
invite, has she?
She hasn't got an invite to mine.
No, she hasn't invited me.
Well, there we go. You can pick
Well,
between.
if we keep in touch,
Yeah.
then I've still got.
Look
We
at
still
that.
we still haven't sent the official invites
That
like
is-
you. So
that's unbelievable. That is.
Please,
What an invitation! Is that an official invitation? Is that?
I get. Yes.
No, but that's unbelievable. You've done that.
Well, I didn't do it. My wife did it
Oh.
So your wife, how did you meet?
through a mutual friend. But
Is she over here studying or working?
she's been here for like 10 years.
Yeah.
She was in Australia.
Yeah.
But she left China when she was 15, and then we're going back to Guangzhou to get married.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's great.
They're very sweet. So
It's
yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah. So you became a bit of a kind of TikTok sensation. What's that been like in terms of the way people treat you back in Romford? Like, are you a bit of a local celebrity? Are people nice about it? On the whole, would you say?
Listen, I've never ever had one person confront me in the street and say something bad. You get bad stuff online, but that's part of it. Unfortunately, you get a lot of idiots on social media, but you get a lot of love online as well. So you've got to weigh it all up. Back in Romford, people know me like I was before any of this. You was known in Romford anyway because you got 3 sons. You're heart of the community because I used to be like football coach and boxing coach, so people know you anyway. But in Romford, people not really worried about celebrities. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is- and I'm not saying I'm a celebrity, but no one's. It's when you go further away from Romford
Yeah.
that people, it's Big
Like, do
John,
you
it's
get
Big John.
recognised walking around London a bit?
Yeah, every
yeah,
time.
really? Wow.
And it can be from any nationality,
Yeah.
because obviously London's got a lot of visitors from all over the world.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying that in a flash way. It's just the way it's going on, and I'm easy to spot as well. It's not as if I can like just put a cap on and hide under a cap.
Yeah.
I'm easy to spot, and a lot of the time people, oh my God, is that Big John? Is that you? They don't realise it's you.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's all fun. Where was I? I was in a restaurant the other day, and you're sitting down, and then it ends up to be a queue for people asking for photos.
Oh my God.
That must be a bit annoying. though.
Yeah.
It's not annoying because it's not. Their people are friendly.
Yeah.
They want. Do you know what I mean? And who am I to say to someone? Oh no, you're not.
Yeah.
They might be doing me a favour as
They
well by
put
stopping
you-
eating my food.
Yeah. They all like people who are supporting you, so you want to be nice to them.
You can't be horrible to them.
Yeah.
And like you can see joy on certain people's faces when they see you. So
I think
who
the
are you
difference-
to dampen that?
The difference with the content that you create, though, as opposed to like seeing Leonardo DiCaprio, is you don't know anything about that person's life, whereas you, like, and the audience have a bit of a. It feels like you're their mate.
Yeah.
It's this thing that influencers or content creators
Because
have.
like when people come into our kitchen that have never been there before, they say, "Oh, I feel like I've been in here," because we film so much at home.
Yeah.
They say, I feel like I've already been in here. It is what it is. We put ourselves out there, and I don't mind doing that because I'm an open person, so it doesn't bother me. You know, and no one's like we've only had like 1 or 2 people knock on the door. People are pretty respectful. That's what I said to you. Do you need to go to that next level?
Because I think that's when it goes
That's when
from,
it goes silly.
Yeah.
So I'm earning a living. We're enjoying what we're doing. I'm meeting great people. I'm seeing the world.
Yeah.
Do you need to do any more than that?
And when it comes to like your actual content, how has that developed over time? Because now you do a podcast, right? You do kind of different types of series, you do ads. Like how did it go from the kind of when you started where you were just putting out videos here and there to like where you are now?
Well, that's a good question because my content is still pretty much the same. I'm just a dad putting stuff on Instagram. It's not professional.
You don't have like a calendar or anything?
I've got a diary, obviously,
Yeah.
with my work and everything where I've got to be. But my content putting out is just me putting it out. But then obviously, I've worked with a few brands now. And then obviously they do either they're
They'll have
professional
schedules, yeah.
or my son will do the videoing and that looks good. And I'm grateful with the brands I get to work with. I don't work with every opportunity that comes my way because I would never cross over like you know, if I've worked with someone, like I did a bit with Deliveroo, and I've been asked by other people to do it, but I won't because I've worked with Deliveroo.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And hopefully I'll work with them again in the future. It's like Currys and Bosh. I've done work with them. Other people have come on since that because the videos went so well, but
Don't spread yourself too thin, basically,
no,
as well.
otherwise, that's what I'm saying. Otherwise, you look like you're just desperate.
Well,
you
I
know.
think that's where the audience also loses trust, because
Yeah.
you see this sometimes. If I see like a big example, and I'm not going to name the influencer, they're actually a bit of a reality star, they're American, but she has a podcast, and her podcast has been sponsored by this beauty brand for ages. And so always the ad reads are about this beauty brand. And then she did this episode and it was talking about her favorite beauty products. So it was like a what's in my beauty bag.
Yeah.
And none of it was the brand
The
that she was
brand that's-
sponsored from. So I was listening to it being like, well, if I was the brand, I'd be furious.
Yeah,
but also
because you're
you've just
promoting that brand and you're just saying you're not using
and then
that
you've
brand.
kind of just accidentally admitted that you don't use it, and
You've got
that's
to
what the
be
audience
careful
loses
what you
trust.
do. You don't want to be like just grabbing everything. And
Exactly.
I would never do that. Like I was asked to promote, is it the snus or snus?
Yeah, yeah.
And I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know, because I wouldn't do that myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd only sort of promote stuff that in the realms I know I would do or people I trust and know would do.
Yeah.
But
What's been the best experience working with the brand so far?
well, one of the worst experiences I did, worst and best, because they was great people. It was with Nike and JD Sports for a release of a trainer. And I had to sit on a boat in the middle of a lake up in near the Peak District. I was there for about 5 hours. I was only saying one word, Bosh. And I had a plate of Chinese in front of me. And because you had JD Sports, you had Nike, and then you had like a production company, they're all going against, you know, when you have these big shoots, when there's 3 different entities.
Yeah.
No, redo it. No, the boat ain't right. We had people in the water pushing the boat. And I had a plate of Chinese. And it was so uncomfortable because I'm a big chap. You know, it's very uncomfortable when it's rowing.
When you say
boat.
a rowing
rowing
boat.
boat.
Okay, yeah.
And it was very uncomfortable. And I had to put my legs certain ways for the trainer because they're doing drone shots and just for one word. And I had a big plate of Chinese, which they wanted for like a prop. But as the day went on, I was just eating bits of it. And by the end of the shoot, there weren't much left on this plate because I was stuck there for about 5 hours. But it was wonderful people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't moan and you're not a prick, but it was very uncomfortable.
Was that a rare moment when you felt like having a bit of a diva moment?
I just felt like saying, do I need this? Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking, do I really need this?
Yeah.
You know, but then the amount of effort that everyone else would put into it, you can't be that diva.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. But for me as a big man, it was quite hard work, even though it doesn't sound hard work sitting in a boat. But when you've got to position your legs and you're on like a plank of wood,
Yeah.
it's awkward.
Yeah.
You know, in the boiling hot sunshine as well.
How did the ad turn out?
Yeah.
It was all right. I think I only used it on social, so it was a massive production.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But I mean, social now, we do big productions for social content for clients.
No one watches the
now.
telly anymore, do they, really?
Yeah.
That's another thing where you say about the television.
No.
Or they watch
watches the telly?
like Netflix and things, but they don't
Netflix.
watch
Yeah,
live
it's
TV.
Netflix.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, you've got a lot of YouTube stuff.
But that's me.
Goggle Bosh?
I would sit on there, and we did Goggle Bosh with Matchroom. I would sit on there and watch YouTube. That's what I
Yeah.
would do, or Netflix. But Big John Chinese sit down. That was my idea because everyone likes to see the Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, well, look, we know like rugby players, boxers. Why don't we have a Big John Chinese sit down at home? And I've got all my sons involved, so everyone's like enjoying it. And we've met some people that you wouldn't normally make a relationship with and become good friends. Faz Blackwood, the actor, Fools and Horses, was in Lock, Stock. He's become a very good friend. You know, he come round. He's been to family parties since. Kenny Thomas, the singer back in the day when me and my wife used to listen to him. When he first come round, I'm sitting there thinking, oh, this is a bit awkward here because he weren't saying much. We weren't saying much. It weren't really clicking. At the end of the night, superb, wonderful man. We're still friends. So, you know, and like we've had rugby players, boxers, footballers. So you get to know people in a different way when they're having a Chinese and a pint of beer.
Yeah.
It's just fun. We do it for ourselves more than anything. You know, it's good to invite people.
Yeah.
And
So you're not being overly stressed about like, oh, this has to get this many views and this has to get this many
I do
engagements.
not worry at all about views on my Instagram, YouTube, anything, because some things will pop off. I'll put two grapes up my nose in Dubai on the last day. I said to my wife, take a photo of me. She went, oh, I'm not doing that. That's disgusting. You look stupid. I said, all right, then I'll do it. Having a little row. I took a selfie of myself, posted it. It's still going strong now, 54 million views.
What?
1.3 million likes for something that was just me having a laugh.
1.4 million likes. Think of how, I think that's like more than the live viewers of certain big episodes on TV.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It just kept popping. It just kept popping. It just kept popping.
Maybe you should do 3 grapes next time.
I think it's one of them things you can only do once.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
You can't make that a series. How
Because it was
much
just
can I
me. It
stuff
was
up my nose?
We
you know?
was having breakfast on our balcony, lovely view in Dubai, overlooking the blue waters, the big wheel, and I just thought, well, I'm going to put them on, take a photo. Yeah, look, she's got it up there. Look.
Thank you,
That was
Molly.
it. Look, that's all it is.
When we do the video version,
That's
or if
all
we
it
do a
is.
cut down of this, we're getting that up. But don't you think that's a good point, though, of like, because we're obviously an influencer agency, and we work with people like yourselves, content creators, influencers for brands. If we said to a brand, like if we partnered with you in a brand and then you had suggested, why don't I do this? That most brands would be like, absolutely not. That's ridiculous. And we always say, like, you have to kind of, to some extent,
I think
go.
When I do work for brands, they always give you a little bit of freedom to change it. I'm doing things with Frey Bentos at the minute, Baxter's Foods. Really, really good people, spent all day filming in a house. And as we went on during the day, I was giving them lines to say. And they're going, yeah, that works, because you know what works for your audience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, with what you're at, you know. So it's good to have guidance when you're doing things, but it's good if they let you just put that little bit of input in, because you know what works.
What helps you from, because this is actually really good for us, like if you get a brief, like what's your kind of ideal brief in terms of like what's enough guidance but that's not too much?
Just, as I said to you before, like you said this today, I'll never pre-read anything, even when I've got briefs. I'll only look at it when I get there on the day, because I think you can overthink things. And you just want a rough guide as what they need to be put in there for selling their product or advertising their product, and then just let you go with it, you know, as long as you're not swearing.
Yeah. Or it could be like you say, please don't say X, Y, Z, or, you know, some brands will be fine with swearing. Others might put in their
some
brief,
people
please
do,
don't swear. And
but all
and
you
it's
need,
just
all
that.
I look for is the keywords which they want to get their thing across. I mean, we did the thing with Sif. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was
That's something
great.
that people wouldn't associate me with.
Yeah.
But it works well because you're clearing up after the Chinese.
Yeah.
You know, it's perfect.
That was like a perfect example. And that's the piece of content that got sent around our company as a good example. And that's what made me and Matt say we should get him on the podcast. Because
I can't believe you said yes.
yeah, I know. Because
because
it was perfect.
because I can remember Sif growing up and Jif and all
No,
that.
you
know.
said yes to us.
Oh no, to you, yeah, no. Danny said they're good people. Come and have a. I don't
Actually,
do a lot
you-
of podcasts if I'm being truthful, because again you can over dilute yourself.
Yeah. Could you explain the SIF partnership?
Sif came up through Danny, like, who gets a bit of work for myself, and he said, "What do you think of this?" And he laid it to me, and I went, "I like it. I really like it, because we're always in our kitchen, we're always eating Chinese, and you've got the product." And my wife loved it. She loved like the product that come, and she uses it anyway. So
Great.
it made perfect sense.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just a good, fun advert, straight to the point.
It was just a simple video of you,
simple,
right?
Bit of
Using
sweet and
it.
sour sauce, one spray does it all, or something like that, and wiping it away.
But it performed so well.
Yeah, and
as
then
a
like
piece of
curry
content.
sauce. I don't think we even put it on Instagram, did we? Was it just TikTok?
Oh, I can't remember. Yeah.
But it was a good advert. It was clean, straight to the point, and a bit of fun.
And it works. Yeah.
Because it blends into like the other content on your feed.
And
Like,
also,
it's
though,
not an
people wouldn't associate it with me as well. And that works.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it works. They wouldn't associate with me, but it works so well.
Yeah.
Because of what we do.
Yeah.
You know.
So I think what I would love to see some more of you in, I'd love like a luxury brand to partner with you would be fun.
Sounds a bit of all right.
What kind of luxury
well,
brand?
I'm thinking like a Burberry, like a very,
yeah.
so we did
Imagine
a
that.
video about Burberry recently and they're a very, classic heritage British brand. They also, I think, have done really well with partnering with different creators and
They do things a bit out there sometimes.
they don't
Yeah.
just partner with like all your models and your
Yeah.
celebrities. Like they partner with Cole Palmer, the footballer, and Olivia Colman, and I could really imagine
That's a bit left
that.
field. They would throw.
Yeah.
That would work because it is not associated.
If anyone's watching,
Yeah,
I think
Burberry.
we
Burberry
should.
Bosh.
Yeah, Burberry
Burberry
Bosh.
Bosh. Oh my God!
We should pitch this.
In a trench coat and a cap.
You've got to get one that fits me.
London
Well, I was
fashion.
thinking you eating a pie and liquor with in a Burberry trench coat and a Burberry cap,
pie
saying
mash.
Burberry Bosh.
Burberry Bosh eating pie mash. That is a winner.
Oh, wow.
Done.
Yeah, look, you're very good at what
We
you
should
do.
pitch
You got to get a cut.
London Fashion Week, I was
If
asked...
this happens, I want it on record. This is
I was
my
asked
idea.
to DJ at London Fashion Week once, but I couldn't do it.
Oh.
How come?
Because I do DJ, I would think I was elsewhere out of the country, Australia or somewhere. But I do DJ sets all around the world. Did you press a button?
Yeah.
Get people going, you know. So that's what I'm going back to Australia in a
What's your DJ name?
Big John.
My friend who's a DJ,
Bosh,
would
Big
be
Bosh.
very offended that you just said, DJ, just press a
Listen,
button.
I've been with David Guetta on stage in the Win Encore.
Your life is mad.
Buttons pressed. I've met
Really?
Fisher. I've met Martin Garrix. I've met all the top DJs in Las Vegas.
It's lies.
Bang.
You live a very unusual life and you're meeting
Yeah.
all these amazing people. Can you just tell us a few kind of like, oh my God, I'm with this person? Have you had
I don't really get like that. The only ones I get like that, and it's weird, like Fisher came up to me. We was at Las Vegas at the Plaza Hotel with the sponsor of Johnny, and we were at an event at the hotel, and he came up and went, Big John Bosh, like in his Australian accent, and I just thought that was surreal. The surreal moment was we was at the BGC day last year, and myself and my wife and Johnny were there doing a lot of good work with Haven House. We do a lot for that charity, great charity.
What do Haven House
They're
do?
children's hospice.
Right, yeah.
Like, it's local to us and wonderful. When you go there, it breaks your heart. They do wonderful work. So we do a lot for them. And we was waiting for the lift because it's all different floors. It's chaos. You've got all different celebrities. I told you, big celebrities. And out the lift comes Holly Willoughby. And I went to Charlotte, it's bloody Holly Willoughby there. She come right up to me and said, Big John, do you mind if I have a photo? My family love you. And that was just like, it's Holly Willoughby. You know what I mean? I know it's like nothing like super, but for me...
No, Holly Willoughby is a national treasure, I would say.
The people I get not starstruck with would be like, we're friends with Tyson Fury. I've met Tyson Fury a lot of times. Whenever I meet him, it's always in awe. Eddie Hall, world's strongest man, Britain's strongest man. I'm actually doing a bit of work with him in Malta in a couple of weeks, and that's just going to be unbelievable.
Yeah. Who would be your dream celebrity to meet?
I like Ricky Gervais. I'd love
Yeah.
to meet Ricky Gervais because I think he's a comedy genius. I did Sausage and Cider Fest, and it was Sean Williamson, you know, Barry from EastEnders.
Oh, yeah.
And he said he's
From
worked,
Extras as well.
he said he's worked with Ricky and Stephen Merchant, who I really, really are in awe of them two. And he said they're just comedy geniuses.
Yeah.
He said even when you're talking to them, they're just geniuses. But I would like to meet Ricky Gervais, Sylvester Stallone, someone like that. I was at Los Angeles a couple of weeks ago, and I went to the original Gold's Gym, and they said Arnold Schwarzenegger still comes in here every day. He lives up the road.
What?
And they said he comes in early in the morning. On my last morning, I got up and went to Gold's Gym, did a workout at 5 o'clock in the morning to try and see Arnold, and he weren't there. But that would be someone like that, you know, like who I grew up with, them film stars.
Yeah.
You know, the corny films, but they were like, as a kid, that's what we loved watching.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
Yeah.
I just don't think it would feel real to see someone like that.
No, that's
'Cause
what I'm
you know,
thinking. I'm thinking it. I was like, because it was all like, there's other actors in there. There's extras from all like Game of Thrones and people. It is an iconic gym, and you go there. I mean, and I'm overweight and out of shape. But when I was in Los Angeles, I was in there every day because it was so iconic, and it just pulled you to it. You know, so perhaps I'll go to Los Angeles for a couple of months and get fit. But yeah, I think to see someone like that, Robert De Niro, another one, you know, Al Pacino, them top.
Yeah. Robert De Niro, though, a famously difficult interviewee, apparently.
I don't think he would be
I
with me.
heard him
I'll
on
give
a podcast.
I'll give him a few bosses. Yeah, he's supposed to be very awkward.
Yeah.
But I think I'd like that because it wouldn't bother me.
Bring him out.
You know, because I can remember his films, The Godfather, Raging Bull. I love his films, you know. Casino, Goodfellas. It's just a unbelievable actor. And if he tried to be awkward, I think it'd be quite funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a creator who's doing well on social media, like, is there anything you think that brands are not doing well in their advertising? It could be social media, but generally.
I think, again, sometimes brands can try too hard. I think just keep it simple, you know, just get to the point. But there's so many brands out there doing different things.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, it's hard for brands to find something new to do. You know, that must be the creators of the brands, of the ads, must be like just sitting down, what can we do? What can we do that's different? What can we do that's different? But my idea, just keep it simple. A little bit light-eyedness, straight to your point.
Yeah.
And you'll get people's attention.
Well, you in a trench coat,
Yeah.
Burberry Bosh.
Eating pie
like,
mash.
You know,
See, look,
perfect.
she's got it. She's...
I think it's more complex than we've described.
Mm-hmm.
I think you do think simply, but like there's obviously something underneath the hood that's working. not everyone could just come out and go.
No, not everyone can come out. A lot
with
of
a
people, like,
catchphrase
I get a lot of things. Oh, you're just a fat this, doing that. It's not easy.
No.
You know, when you're meeting people, like when I go to these surprise parties with people you never met, it's hard. You know, you don't know what you're going to come up against, and it's a big but. It's not as hard as getting in my van, what I used to do, driving 17 hours a day, humping cheese on and off in the pouring down of rain. And
Were they the big
you're gonna
wheels?
get paid. Yeah, big 20-kilo blocks.
Wow.
Like, you know, so
Sitting in a podcast studio chatting to us is probably...
it's lovely.
You know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not everyone could do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Not everyone could do it, but it's not like being a mechanic all day long. It's not like being a bricklayer all day long. It's not like working in an office all day long.
Yeah. So,
Quick fire.
quick fire questions. Some very quick fire questions for you. What is your staple Chinese order?
Shredded chicken chow mein, special fried rice, sweet and sour chicken balls, sweet and sour prawn balls, sweet and sour chicken Hong Kong style, shredded chili beef, beef and black bean, barbecue pork spare ribs, roast chicken Chinese style, roast duck Chinese style, salt and chili king prawns, kung po prawns, chips, raw crackers, curry sauce, and a pancake roll, and mini pancake rolls for Charlotte, because she likes them.
This was meant to be quick fire, John.
Sorry. You can't do a Chinese.
That can't
you
all
can't
be
do
for
a
you.
Chinese.
That can't.
No, for our family.
Got you.
That's what
Okay.
people don't realise. When I do my Chinese orders, they think it's all for me. It's
Yeah.
for 4, 5, 6 of us, whoever's there.
Yeah. But what? Okay, you can only have one Chinese item forever, not including like a rice or a noodles.
Either salt and chili king prawn or kung po prawn.
If you could swap lives with anyone for one day, who would it be?
My wife, because I just want to see what it's like being married to me,
Could be.
whether it's good or bad. Yeah. See, that was quick.
Yeah. What superpower would you most want?
Invisibility.
Yeah. Love that. Favorite holiday destination?
That's a good one. Cornwall.
Nice. Yeah.
No planes.
Any
love
specific
Cornwall.
area of Cornwall?
North Cornwall.
Yeah.
Leave a Portreath up to like Newquay, up that brand up there. I love Cornwall. Wherever I go in the world, Cornwall I love.
Yeah. And dream dinner date guest, not including your wife and kids or any family.
Dead or alive?
Yeah. Dead or alive. Yeah.
My dad.
Yeah.
I like to have him back to life for a day.
Nice.
Have a talk to him. Alfred the Great, the first proper Englishman who created the English state, and Mike Tyson.
That is a
Yeah.
really interesting
God,
dinner party.
confused me
You,
so
your
much.
dad, Alfred the Great.
I saw the statue of him in Winchester last week, and he created the Navy, he created schools.
Yeah.
He created the first English state after he sort of banished the Vikings. So, interesting.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
And then finally, where is Bosh going next? Like, do you have any plans, or are you just kind of...
I take it day by
Yeah.
day. I've got a pretty much full up calendar for this year. I've got a few things in for next year. But listen, just going along, seeing as many new places as I can, because that's my aim, to travel as many places, and just get a bit healthier. I do want to get a bit healthier.
You have merch that you sell?
My son sells it. My middle son. I don't earn anything out of that. He does it. Does well at Christmas jumpers and hoodies and things.
Yeah.
So,
We will be purchasing some.
But just want to say thank you so
Yeah,
much.
no,
Like,
thanks
this has
for-
been
thanks for
such a
asking
good
me in.
conversation.
It's
It's been so
unbelievable.
fun, and congratulations on all your success as well.
Yeah.
listen, we just carry on. We just do what we got to do, and
Can we
do.
get one final?
bash, or we can give it a goat bash.